There's going to come a point in your awakening, your spiritual journey, where you're going to really have to let go of relying on others as a crutch, take responsibility, and start to really trust in yourself. This is really an embodiment type of a phase. Now, when I awakened, I had amazing multidimensional communication connection with my guides, deceased relatives. If you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you've probably listened to some of those videos where I talk about many of those experiences. Now, it's amazing and wonderful to awaken to your multidimensionalness and be able to reach out and communicate with aspects of yourselves as separate. That's what this time-space reality allows us to do. But there comes a point in your journey where you're going to need to really turn away from that, turn inside, and start to connect with that energy that was external, that has now been integrated into your body, and start operating from that perspective. Okay, that's the point in the journey where you're going to take the training wheels off the bicycle and you're going to start to move forward on your own. And I've gone through that multiple times. I'm going through a phase of that right now where I am learning to really lean in and trust the energies that I've been integrating over the past number of years. Now, those energies really represent me, aspects of me that I had cut myself off from when I was born into this human body, into this human form. Programming and things like that, it separates us. It makes us feel separated, separate, cut off from our divinity, cut off from our multidimensional aspects. We view the world through the five senses and we believe that that's all there is. Now we have faith that maybe there's something more, but when you awaken, that faith turns into a knowing. There is something more. I am greater than this physical body. And you spend time in that energy, reacclimating to it. The whole point of that is to really remember who you truly are. Now, when you go through that process of awakening to who you are, you go through this dark night of the soul period, you go through this shadow work period, this healing period, and that's a never-ending process, right? But maybe it seems to get easier as time goes on because we come to terms with that's how this journey is. It's that spiral staircase. It's peeling back the layers of the onion. We're going to discover things about ourselves. The more consciousness we ground, the more our frequency rises, the more we're going to learn about ourselves. And as we go through that process, we may wobble a little bit. We may trip, we may fall. Okay, but early on, many times we have our guides present. They help us. They even notify us that they're there. They show up, maybe in ways not seen, but certainly ways felt. And we connect with their energy, and that helps us to get back up on the bike, move forward, and navigate the struggles. And that's an incredible part of the journey. But there does come a point in your journey where you're going to go it alone. And that may sound scary, but it's only scary from the human perspective. We're so used to looking out here for the crutch, for the help, for the assistance, for our guides, or some sort of external knowing to help us. But this journey creates space within the body, and it allows us to integrate all of that amazing energy. But being the human, being programmed, we have the subconscious, we still have the belief that there's something out there that will help us, something that will guide us, something that will save us. So we continue to look out there. How do we switch that perspective? Well, sometimes you're going to go through a period where you're going to feel completely disconnected. And you may think that that's a punishment. Maybe you've done something wrong. Maybe you're broken. Maybe even you're regressing. But no, that is not what's happening. What is happening is you're being directed to turn your attention inward. Everything that was out here now resides in here. That's what the integration or soul integration process is. As these aspects of you come home to join you in this human experience, they enter the body. They enter through your central channel. They're moved along the frequencies of your higher self. And we do the shadow work. We create the space so that that energy can find its home. And that becomes us. But yet we're still separated by this human experience. And I think we tend to forget that. We tend to forget that everything that we were seeking moves in and becomes. Again, that's soul integration. We take these aspects of us, different dimensional aspects, parallel reality aspects, past lives, however you want to see it, however you want to frame it, and we bring them home. We're here in this body, in this time, in this space, in this dimension, to be the beacon of light for all aspects of who we truly are, so that they could come home. And you are that home. So again, there comes a point in your journey where you might, due to programming, look out there for answers. Maybe you're going to look out there for support. Maybe you're going to feel that a little bit less. Wonder what's happening, what's going on. Am I taking steps backwards? No, you're not. You're just being redirected inward. And I will tell you, when you trust that everything you're seeking is within, you will find it. Maybe not in this big flash of a moment when your ego perceives you need it, but maybe it's underlying that barrier, the barrier where maybe you've resisted trusting. Maybe you've relied too much on your senses trying to find those answers externally. When you could lean into that energy, lean into the knowing of who you truly are, lean into that trust, and know that all the work you've been doing on this journey has created the space to allow that to come into the heart space, into your cells, into your tissue, and it resides there. But we want to find it out there. When you lean in and feel, when you lean in and trust, you will start to perceive a subtle energy, very quiet at first. This energy carries forward an intuitiveness, a knowing, a motivation, and most importantly, a trust. And you just kind of start operating from that perspective. Maybe your ego is still loud, still very much present. Maybe you're not feeling good. Maybe you're feeling a little down in the dumps, maybe a little spiritual depression, maybe a little unmotivated or heavy, right? The energies have been heavy lately. That's all part of this process. But underneath that, there's something there that keeps you moving forward. Maybe not giant steps, maybe small steps, baby steps. But you're moving forward nonetheless. And you realize you're leaning into your purpose, and you keep taking small action steps towards your purpose. If you're a creator like me, or a light worker, you're a coach even, or you just enjoy helping others, maybe you find yourself doing that a little more. Maybe there's a little bit more energy behind it. Again, your ego's present, may not feel good, may try to convince you something's off, I can't connect, whatever it may be for you. But yet there's something there beneath the surface, something that when you're around others makes you want to bring forward a more authentic or an authentic version of you instead of shrinking. The ego might say, let's shrink, let's remove ourselves. But something within you feels empowered and sees an opportunity to share your light, or to just become your light and radiate your light. Don't even need to talk. That's the subtleness that I'm talking about. and that is there. You see, when we're constantly searching out here for answers, for our guides, we are separating ourselves from all that is within. Everything we seek externally is within. You've been doing the work and bringing that in. Don't sell yourself short. There is an element of trust to this journey, and there will come a point in time where you will be shown that you need to lean into it, that it's time. If you felt like everything has been turned off on you, like you're in this abyss, in this void, maybe that's the moment when you trust. You trust that everything you feel you've lost, or everything you feel you need, or you're searching for, you realize it's within, and you just trust, and you feel that, and you bring love forward. You connect to your heart, and you embrace that, and know that everything that you've gone through up to that point was for a purpose. And that purpose was to lead you to this very moment of being able to take the training wheels off. Finally, not have the guides front and center as that crutch, as that safety net. But not because they're gone. Because you're being shown a new perspective, a new place to look. And part of becoming multi-dimensional is being able to operate from different dimensional bandwidths, not only the human. As we rise in frequency, we become more whole, meaning that which was separate becomes part of the being, becomes part of us. We bring it back home. And usually the last thing to bring back home is our awareness of that very fact. Your body holds the answers. It's that bridge to your soul, the bridge to the infinite you. Be aware of everything that your senses are showing you, but do it without losing the connection to this. Those greater aspects of you lie within here. The human aspect of you can be seen there through your senses. The multidimensional aspect of you, the divine nature, has found its place within. Bring it all together. Allow that energy to flow and unlock magic, not from the outside in, but instead from the inside out. Thank you.